Mercutio's kingman, noble country Paris. My man told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so, or did I dream it so? Or am I mad, hearing him talk of Juliet, to think it was so? Or give me thy hand, one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave? Oh no, a lanthorn, slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. O my love, my wife, death, that had sucked the honey of thy breath, hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered, beauty's ensign yet, is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Tybalt liest thou there in the bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor can I do to thee, than with the hand that cut thy youth in twain, to sunder his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin, your Juliet. Why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that a substantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps, that here in the dark to be his paramour? I will set my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wired flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, O you, the doors of breath, seal with the righteous kiss. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide. Here's to my love, a true apothecary. Thy drugs are quick, thus with a kiss I die.
St. Francis be my steed. How oft tonight have these old feet stumbled upon graves? Who goes there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Bliss be upon you. Tell me, my good friend, what torch is yond that vainly lends its light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the Capulet's monument.
It doth so, holy sir, and there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Come with me to the grave.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I'm gone hence, and did fearfully menace me with death if I did stay to look at his intents.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. Oh, I fear some ill and thrifty thing.
As I did sleep, I dreamed my master, and another thought, and that my master slew him.
Romeo, alack, alack, what blood is this which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored by this place of peace? Romeo, O pale, what unkind hour is guilty for this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
O comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intentions. I will dispose of thee through a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare not stay.
Go, for I will not away. What's here? A cup in my true love's hand? Poison, I see, has been his timeless end. Drank all and left no friendly drop to help me after?
Lead, boy, which way?
Noise? Then I'll be brief. O happy dagger. This is thy sheath, there rough, and let me die.
This is the place where the torch doth burn.
The county lies there dead, Juliet fresh and newly killed, who hath lain there for 2 days buried. Go call the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues.
What misadventure so early up that calls a person from a morning rest?
What should it be that is so shrieked abroad?
What fear is this which startles in your ears?
Sauverne, here lies County Paris slain, Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here is Friar and dead Romeo's man, with tools fit upon them to open the dead man's tomb.
O heavens, O wife, look how her daughter bleeds. This dagger hath misstained, for lo his house is empty on the back of Montague, and it misheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up, to see thy son and heir more early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What more conspires against my age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, in what way is it to pass before thy father to a grave?
Seal up that mouth of outrage for a while, so we can clear these ambiguities, and know their spring, their head, their true descent. And then will I be general of your woes, and lead you even to death. Meantime, forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand, both to impeach and purge myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know.
I will be brief. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from this city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. To remove that siege of grief from her, you would have married her to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me to devise some mean to rid her from the second marriage, or, in my cell there, she would kill herself. Then I gave her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as this dire night to help to take her from her barred grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. At the prefixed hour of her waking came I to take her to keep her closely at my cell, till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But I came some minute ere the time of her awakening here untimely lay, the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth, and bear this work of heaven with patience. But then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me, but as it seems did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. If this is my fault, let my old life be sacrificed by severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where is Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news from Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, to this same place, to this same monument. This letter he early bid me gives his father, and threatened me with death, going in the vault, if I departed not, and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where is the page that raised the watch? What made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me aloof. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew upon him. And then I ran to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy poison. The poor apothecary, and therewithal, came to this fault to die, and lie with Juliet. Where be this enemies? Capulet, Montague. See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joy with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of my kinsmen. All are punished.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise a statue in pure gold, which while Verona by that name is known. There shall be no figure at such rate as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's be his lady's lie, poor sacrifice of our enmity.
A gloomy peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, to have more talk about these sad things. Some will be pardoned, and some punished, for never was a story of more woe than that of Juliet and her Romeo.